So the saga continues. First, American Home Warranty sent me a link to a replacement that was just ridiculous, that was nothing like the dryer I've got, and they tried to give us about $400 because they say that it can't be repaired. And it's taken them forever. Oh my gosh, it's been so painful. So well, first of all, we had an air conditioner that failed in February when my mother was still living. And they came out, they made us go a whole weekend without heat. And then they came out and did a bypass. Well, what they didn't tell us is that they bypassed to emergency heat, which costs like 4 times the cost. And they left it in that mode until it failed again in May. We still didn't have a part. We called repeatedly. They sent a different company out. They made us pay another service fee. They topped off the Freon. It was the same problem. The outside unit was freezing up. And that was the initial thing, and they said that part would fix it, but the part was on order. Then they just couldn't even give us a status update when it failed again in May. So in May, as my mother was sick and on hospice, they let us go another weekend without air conditioning. Just told us that we just had to wait. And then they came and they topped off the Freon, and they charged us a second service fee on top of the first one that they had not repaired. And then they didn't even update it here, but recently I got a call, and my mother has since passed, very sadly, and the company that had ordered this first part finally came out and installed the part. And it wasn't their fault, it's the home warranty's fault, yet they've charged us these 2 fees. Then in August, the dryer failed. So we called them. Then they said the part wasn't available. And then it just went on and on and on. And let's see, what is the date? Since we still don't have I said a washer, it's a dryer that failed. And they said that it needs two circuit boards, and they're not made anymore. So let's see, they made an offer somewhere in here. Oh, review replacement. I need to click back to that. It's not user-friendly at all, but that's more of a software issue. So here we go. It says, awaiting my decision. And we wait. We've done a lot of waiting. So they first offered a replacement, and it was awful. It was, let's see, I think this was the first one. Yeah, this was the first one I think that they had recommended. That link isn't even working now, but it was just a really crappy, like $400 dryer. I've got a stackable, nice front loader on a pedestal that matches my washing machine. So this is more like it. So they send me this link. That's looking pretty good. That would be acceptable. It says it's $900. This is on the Amana site. So then when you actually look that item number up on Lowe's, it's only about $700 and something. Let's see if I've got it pulled up. Here we go. Yeah, $700. So I'm just trying to reach them now to find out, are they going to give me a check for $728, but the sale ends on the 28th? Or are they going to give me a check for $900? Or are they just going to buy me this dryer? I'm not sure. But they have been awful. So I've left them 2 messages today. It's already 4 o'clock. We haven't had a dryer since August 5th. And they have just been awful to deal with. And I feel bad because I've sold their plans repeatedly to my customers. But guess what? I won't be selling them anymore. So I switched to them when Old Republic let 2 of my customers go without air conditioning for 2 weeks in the heat of the worst summer. But they've been better lately. At least I have a rep with Old Republic that I can call directly and get help with. I used to have that with First American, but I don't see any communication with that now. She retired. She was wonderful. And I'm sure if I still had her, I could probably get some answers. But anyway, it's just been awful. So don't buy a First American home warranty unless you want to do a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting.